This guitar is an ES hybrid, and it's part of the Angelo Batio series, and I'm really proud of the way this guitar turned out. It's an amazing example of these great classic look and features, but state-of-the-art electronics, and the thought behind this is incredible. What you have is a true hybrid system. You have single coil pickups that simulate a Strat style sound. For example, here we go. That would be the neck position. Then you have that out of phase position between the neck and the other pickup. Then you have that middle position that's kind of that Ritchie Blackmore, Jeff Beck. Then you have the next position, which is number 4 on this 5 selector switch, like a normal Strat style guitar, and it's that out of phase. It's that really cool twangy sound. And then of course, you now have the bridge position. Now here's the great thing about this guitar. It has a second pickup configuration. So you have a true single coil sound. This will hold up against any single coil sounding guitar that's anywhere on the market. So you can A/B this, just this alone. Just great sounding. Now that you've heard the single coil clean sound, the great thing about this is now you have a truly authentic humbucker sound. So you have that neck position, that real warm. Then you have the bridge position. And of course, the middle position too. So let me explain about the way it works. This is a super easy configuration. You have a volume and a tone for each set of pickups. For the single coils right here, for the humbuckers right here. You have individual toggle switches, so that enables you to just think like a normal guitar player. For example, here, when you are in single coil mode, which is here, this toggle switch right here, single coil, the center is both single coil and humbuckers, then down is humbuckers. Now, when you say you have this up here, this toggle switch is a 5-position switch, just like a Strat style guitar. When you flip it to here, this is a 3-position switch, just like a 2 humbucker configuration guitar. It is so simple to use. If I'm here and I just want to move this, now the great thing about this, so if I want to play single coil here, if I want to play humbuckers, bottom, in the center is both. And this is where you get these amazing pickup configurations. We've counted 24. I'm sure there's more. Now what I did there is I have the humbucker on in the bridge position, and I just went through all 5 positions in the single coils. It is a different sound than just using single coils. But the beauty is it's authentic on both sides. This is a real Strat style single coil sound. It's a true humbucker configuration. And so here's what we had to do too, and this is very important. Single coil pickups are around 5,000 to 6,000 ohms, 5 to 6K, whereas humbuckers are an average of 8K in the neck and about 12 to 13 in the bridge. So inherently, a humbucker is louder than a single coil. Now, we could have done this. We could have raised the level of the single coil or lowered the volume of the humbuckers, but here's what would have happened. You wouldn't get two true configurations. So we left it the same. So what does that mean? It means those single coils aren't quite as loud as the humbuckers, but it's a true single coil sound. This is the real deal. You want that Hendrix style sound? You want that Clapton style sound? Or do you want, death humbucker sound? You have it in one guitar and a million, all these different configurations. So all you need to do, and what I did here, is I hooked up a compressor pedal. And so what that did is it instantly leveled both sides. So you have, when you hear single coils, now then you have the humbucker. See how even that is? It's so simple. You just take a little pedal and it evens it out. Now when you play overdrive, watch. You don't need to worry about any kind of pedal. Overdrive inherently compresses the sound. So I'll show you. I'm going to turn both pickup configurations to the bridge. Now I'm on single coil, then I'm going to switch to humbucker. And you hear like the humbucker's a little darker sounding and meaner. That's what a humbucker does. When you hear the single coils are kind of bright, and that's inherent to that system. And then you can use combinations of both. If I put this selector in the center, now I have both. So I have the brightness of the single coil and the darkness of the humbucker. But all I can tell you is this. It is an amazing sounding guitar. It's the most versatile guitar you'll ever find. It looks fantastic. It's got a real top-of-the-line German-made Floyd Rose and Wilkinson tuning keys, which are just fantastic. So you have the guitar's made out of basswood. The neck is called sandalwood. It's very similar to rosewood, the moisture content, everything. But the great thing is it's not endangered. It's readily available. And then the back is Canadian maple. And it's not bacon either. You have this beautiful neck. It's a C profile, but it's a thin C profile. And I can't say enough about this guitar. It's so versatile. When, if somebody says, oh, I've got a humbucker pickup with a coil tap, where you pull the knob and it changes it from 2 coils to 1, that 1 coil will never, ever sound like a single coil guitar. I would never in a million years record a single coil sound on an album with a coil tap because it's not as good. It's an imitation of this. With this guitar, you have the real deal. You want a Strat style sound, single coils, that is absolutely perfect and dead on, and you want humbuckers that are absolutely perfect and dead on, this is the guitar. And then all these different configurations in between both. It is absolutely amazing.